Hello friends, welcome to my Invita YouTube channel. Here we are in this basic English grammar classes. So before look into the class 2, we need to review what we have learned in the class 1. In the class 1, we have learned that what is a sentence and gave a definition to a sentence. Usually a sentence is a group of words that makes the sense of meaning. And we also learned how can a sentence be formed. For this question, we gave a pattern to make a sentence. A sentence can be formed by these three things: subject plus verb plus object. By this pattern, we can make very good sentences in English language. And thirdly, we have learned different types of sentences in English language. Generally, we have four sentences in English language: statement sentences, imperative sentences, exclamatory sentences, and interrogative sentences. So these are the three things that we have learned in the class 1. So let us go to the class 2 and look into the contents of the class 2. In class 2, we will learn these three things: brief view of the pattern subject plus verb plus object, and detailed explanation about what sort of elements comes under the subject, verb and object. And thirdly, overview on the different types of nouns in English language. So these three things will be clearly explained to you in this class 2. Before getting these three topics, we would like to analyze the few sentences. Those are: the first one, Krishna loves Radha, they are playing cricket, and Sita praised her son. And the last, a coach trained a team of kabaddi players. In these four sentences, if we observe, a formula is involved, that is subject plus verb plus object. This is the formula that we use in English language to make correct English sentences. So let us observe how this formula involved in these four sentences. So let us go for the first sentence, that is Krishna loves Radha. If you observe the first sentence keenly, we would find here Krishna is the subject, love is the verb, and Radha is object. Because Krishna, which means subject, doing an action, that is love, which shows an action in verb, and Radha is the object which receives an action, which is love, from the subject Krishna. So here subject is the one who does the action or work. In sentence 1, Krishna is the subject and he is doing an action, that is love. And what is the verb? Verb is the action or work. So Krishna doing an action, that action is love. So love is the verb there. And what is an object? Object is the one who receives the action or work. In their sentence 1, Radha is the object and she receives an action, that is love, from the subject Krishna. So these are the three things that involved in any English sentence. So let's move for the sentence 2. That is also involved in the same pattern. They are playing cricket. There, they is the subject, are playing is the verb, and cricket is the object. They are doing some work, that is playing, towards cricket. Cricket is the object that she receives an action from them. So they is the subject, are playing is the verb which shows an action, and cricket is the object. And in sentence 3 also, Sita praised her son. Here Sita doing an action, that is praise, towards her son. Her son is the object. So Sita is the subject, and that subject doing an action which is verb, that name is prized. And towards her son is the object where he receives an action prize from her mother Sita. And the fourth sentence, a coach trained a team of kabaddi players. In this also the same pattern, that a coach here subject doing an action trained a team of kabaddi players, that is object. So a team of kabaddi players are the phrase which represents the object that receiving an action from the subject coach, that action is trained. So in these four sentences, this basic pattern of English is involved. So these are the categories that we categorized from these four sentences. So therefore, having seen and learned about what is subject, verb and object, in next slide we would see what comes under these three elements. Subject, verb, object. Under the subject, all named things will become, and actions and works will go under the verb category. And as in the subject, all named things will come under the object. So subject and object, they both come together and replaced by these grammatical terms, names and pronouns. So in this audio clip, we would see what is a noun and few examples on it, and how many kinds of nouns we have in English language. So for the first, we would see what is the noun. A noun is a word which is the name of a person, thing, place or quality. If you take anything, if it has a name, that can be considered as a noun. For example, Krishna, Radha, Gopi, Sita, Mahesh, Rama and so on. These all are the persons and they have individual names: Krishna, Radha, Gopi, Sita, Mahesh, Rama and so on. So whoever the person he is, if he has name, that name can be called as noun. And table, book, pen, pencil, tree, flower, water and wood, these are also nouns because these also have names. And street, lane, village, town, city, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, India, Asia, these also can be called as nouns because they too have names. And honesty, sincerity, patience, beauty, strength, poverty, kindness and courage and so on, these all also qualities, but they have names, so these words also can be called as nouns. So in next slide we would see nouns are two types. Nouns are two types. They are concrete noun and abstract noun. So let us see what is concrete noun. Before knowing the definition of concrete noun, we would see some pictures. Pen, book, house, boy, chair, table. If you observe these objects, we can touch them and we can see them. So whatever the object that is can be seen and touched, those comes under the category concrete noun. So we define in this. A concrete noun is one which can be seen and touched. Let us take pen as example. We can touch pen and see. And book also can be seen and can be touched. So rest of the things also can be touched and seen. So these are the few examples for the concrete noun. Wall, pencil, ring, water, milk, gold, wood, girl, stone, car. These all things are things and can be touched and seen. So let us move to the what is abstract noun here. Abstract noun. Before looking at you would see few pictures just for the sake of understanding. Wind, pain, freedom, power. If you observe these pictures are meant for only to understand. We can't see wind and touch, and pain also can be felt but not be seen and touched. Freedom, power also the same. We cannot see and touch them but be felt. So what is abstract noun here? We would simply say an abstract noun is one which cannot be seen and touched. Can we touch the wind? No, we can't touch the wind. And also seen also. And few examples for God, slavery, kindness, knowledge, joy, honesty, death, wit. These all are felt but not to be seen and touched. So abstract noun is the one which can't be seen and touched. So let us exercise for this class too. So find out which category of nouns from the following nouns comes under. So take a pause and do this exercise. So here are the answers for these questions. Door is a concrete noun because it can be touched and seen. Breeze, it is not concrete noun but abstract noun because it cannot be touched and seen. Earth, concrete noun. Phone, concrete noun. Love, abstract noun because it can be felt but not seen and touched. Sugar, concrete noun. God, abstract noun because God is invisible and we can't touch the God. Only we felt existence of God. And beauty is abstract noun. We can felt but not touched and seen. Window is concrete noun. Wisdom is abstract noun. So this is all about the class 2. For the third class, concrete nouns will be discussed clearly. Thank you. Please do subscribe, share, like and comment to Ingvita YouTube channel. Thank you all once again.